Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 6th, 2025. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle coming out. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. Well, okay, that wanted to stay in there. Okay, I was just making sure. But we have the healing light, we have teacher. And so this tells me off the top that the best thing that you could do, someone is trying to highlight something for you. Okay, this is a person that's trying to highlight your journey, bring up your life, bring up maybe it may feel accusatory. Some of this may feel like an accusatory thing, but more of like highlighting where you may have turned a blind eye to something. Maybe you waited, and this person's like, look at how toxic something is, how you waited, how you gave, you turned away and you ignored it. So it's not to say that this person's such a bad person, but more so to call attention to maybe like taking accountability for where you are, to stop making decisions based on some kind of guilt and in the interim of all of this, and start doing things that feel right to you rather than feeling bad because they're on two fronts. This looks like a Gemini who's like, I know that I let something go on too long, and because of that, I feel guilty about the repercussions of this. Therefore, I'm making decisions, and I have obstacles before me, but I feel too guilty to take action on this stuff right now. And you may have two voices in your head, one that's telling you to feel bad about things, and another one that's like, it's not your fault. You're not in control of other people. And you know what? Because you're making a decision now, slow progress is still progress. I'm doing the best I can. And it's like your inner voice is telling you this. So they want you to be honest and also to forgive. They want you to stay very optimistic about the next steps of your journey. Stay optimistic even about your love life. Some of you may be feeling like, I feel like I should be doing this. I should be in this position. I should be over here doing XYZ. That's my role. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. And Spirit's like, no, do what's right for you. It's time to move on from something anyway. You have blessings in front of you at this point. A lot of times blessings comes through a lot of turmoil, right? Um, they're showing a grand trine in your chart. If you have one, that speaks to the blessings that are meant for you. Like, you will never have to worry about this. This will always be something offered you, proffered you, available to you, available in some way. So you want to look into if you have a grand trine. Not everyone has one. Some of us have just straight lines through our whole chart, whatnot, but some of you may have a grand trine. It's a configuration that is not the most common either. Um, Although I'm sure we hear about it quite a bit, and then you check your chart and you're like, ooh, I just have a stellium. That's all I got going on. But you want to use plums. Plum, the color, the scent, the flavor, or the fruit itself, the drink even flavored, something flavored, to overcome your challenges. That's what the color is meant for. The fruit actually represents that. So you could have like, and I know this, we're not in season for plums, but you could have even if you have just like remember back in the day when it was like popular to have waxed fruit in a bowl somewhere. That was ridiculous, man. I used to be so annoyed, be like excited, like, ooh, that apple looks shiny, then be like, come on now. But you might have that, it doesn't matter, but just as long as you have the representation of it, a picture of it, I don't give a crap, right? The color in and of itself, it vibrates on this frequency of, I'm overcoming my challenges. It simplifies your challenges for you. It's like you see it and you're automatically like, oh, that's what I've got to do, right? It gives us some kind of like an ambitious viewpoint on what your problems are, and it's easy for us to overcome because it vibrates on this 8 frequency. So that usually is about, it is that energy as well, right? About success and wanting success. Therefore, I see a way through. Whereas maybe before, with the healing light, you have the 4 of Swords, 3 of Wands, Justice, and the High Priestess. You knew something wasn't right. Your intuition was screaming at you. That, even though intuition doesn't scream, that's your emotional voice. Even your emotions may have been in tune to a situation. Like, you're supposed to walk away from this toxic mess, right? Teacher is the devil in 8 of Cups. This may be a person who has walked away from a toxic situation, and I feel like this is a situation nobody knew was toxic. So everyone would probably be like, what? They left so and so, they left the company, they left this place. And then you find out later this place was so abusive, or this person was so toxic. And so this person may have taught you a valuable lesson about, it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter. I'm not feeling guilty about Jack because I can't control what other people do. That's what they did. And I'm going to stay optimistic about my life. I'm moving on to something better. This isn't what I want. They may have taught you a valuable lesson about that. Sometimes you got to do that. And things will balance out because you're doing what's right for you. You're listening to your intuition. Intuition wouldn't guide you away from something if there wasn't something better there for you at all. That's not how it works. Leave it so that you can go to the pits of hell. No, that's not what they're saying. You ever. Intuition doesn't do that. There's a guide for us so that we are back on our path or going in the direction we're supposed to go in. It definitely, you know what I mean? But they're telling you it's time to move on. It's time to flow with what's happening, see where it takes you. And this is in a positive way of like, you have no idea what's in store for you. Around the bend is a better place, a land of milk and honey. You over here in the desert somewhere with somebody. Peace is justice and Nine of Pentacles. You got to make your peace with the fact that you got to make decisions that's best for you. Make your peace with this. I don't know who this is for. This feels super personal. It does not feel like a general thing. Past couple of days, I feel like the Mercury retrograde is like, nah, let's stick it to this one. I'm like, what is going on here? But this is what they're saying. Make your peace with the fact that you did what you had to do for the betterment of you, because you can't be much to someone else if you're not where you need to be. The vast universe is the Queen of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. This is that energy of flowing with the river and seeing where it takes you. There's a life that's meant for you. I'm seeing angel number 1616. That tells me that they're trying to readjust your life. They're telling you that your self-control is amazing. Like, you're going to get through whatever this is. You're already equipped to deal with this trip that you're about to be on in life. You're already equipped. You already have everything you need. You just don't know it yet. I see like a new beginning, a possibility of some kind of like new relationship. Some of you with 1616, this talks about, for some of you, reconciling with an ex. For some of you, Spirit wants you to forgive this person. Others of you, it's a reconciliation and closure, to let them go finally. You finally have that conversation. You finally recognize certain things, and you're just like, this is the moment. Because I'm seeing 1616 being something, because of the retrograde as well, bringing in someone from the past that we need a lot of closure with. Also, too, bringing someone new into our lives. Someone new that Spirit is going to implore of you to be positive about, to be optimistic about. Positive thinking and faith will bring that kind of relationship to the next level. Don't make decisions with this person because you're feeling bad. This is not the kind of person coming towards you that wants that in your life. They don't want you doing stuff out of duress and then later on going, well, I only did it because you wanted me to. They don't want that kind of conversation. They don't want that kind of energy. So, you know what I mean? You know that person, you know how that goes, right? You would be doing stuff for people, and then later on, I only did it because you wanted to, and they're all upset about something. It's like, then they're just so, I can't believe you said that. It feels like that type of a person coming towards you. You may already be in a connection with someone, and that person is in this energy as well. So yeah, listen to your intuition. Learn to listen to it. The intuitive voice is the quiet one, the calm one. Like, you may not want to do that. The loud one, the one that's frantic and makes you, gives you the nervous pit of the stomach feel, is your emotions. And Spirit wants you to be able to discern between the two, so you make a better choice for yourself. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Libra, a Capricorn. Libra is heavy and Capricorn's heavy. Okay, so you could be, yeah. That's it seems like. So if you're not dealing with these signs, which you don't have to be, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.